Hello everybody. So you've probably already watched the videos. So let's consider this the DVD commentary, if you will. So I apologize for the droning on and on and on at the very beginning, but I am trying to set up what we're going to do for the lesson and really kind of go in depth into the power position. Also, I like to really refer to this whole thing as rush and crush, hover and cover. So in this setup, Katie is the hover and cover because she's due side back. Meg is rush and crush. So the idea here is this is kind of after an approach shot. Katie would be on the service line. She hits this ball. She hits this ball that I just fed to Birdie, and you can see it's down the middle, but it's kind of more, and it's about in the middle of the deuce side, and you can see it's going to force that right-handed deuce player to take that ball as an inside-out backhand. And the idea here is, just and I kind of know I've gone over it ad nauseum, is to put Meg in front of the ball, and where she is in a position to dissect the angle, which basically means she can go either right or left, and whichever if Birdie's going to drive the ball, which really takes away a lot of Birdie's options here. Now she could lob, and then that's why I'm having Katie stay on the service line because her job is to cover that lob. So that's kind of what that's all about. And then we get into just trying to feed uh, me feeding and just trying to just kind of go over this and over this and over this. Let's see. Let's get into this, right? All right. Sorry, kind of skipping around here. And here we go. Here we go. So here we go. And there's that ball. There's that ball down the middle. So what I'll kind of stop around some interesting parts here. So down the middle, here comes the lob. And what I like is that even right here, you'll see is that now Katie's not exactly on the service line, but she's kind of hanging back a little bit. So in that, and you can see in Meg is really she's at least halfway up the box, and this is really important. So when the lob does go up, someone's there to get it. Obviously, this point did not work out for Katie and Meg, but it's all about, to me, it's basically a big hedge. Putting yourself in position to cover everything that your opponent can throw at you. There it is. You can see right here. Watch. And right here. So here comes the. Now you can see Gina's definitely heading back, and there's a good chance she's going to lob. So, and right here, right now, and Meg put the ball down the middle. So obviously, if Meg put the ball down the middle and Gina took it, she knows that that Gina is stuck in the middle of the court right now, and now that just leaves open that angle. So that's something you'll keep hearing me harp on is like use the middle to work the angle. There's it again. And so what I like about this one is that it's really about hitting a certain spot. And so here we go. So Katie's got that high forehand volley. Now here's what I love about this. Clearly, you can see from this position that Katie could easily go down the middle. Go down the alley. And obviously Gina knows what's coming because that's the drill. But because Gina is on the service line, what I really like the fact is that Katie stuck to the plan, and and I know Gina got it, but she's not really in a position to do much with it, and she misses it. Right here, clearly Katie had a a legitimate reason to go down the line. My problem with that, though, and it's just that when you start having all these multiple options when the ball is coming at you, that's when I feel like a lot of mistakes occur. So the idea is just stick to the plan, and even if your opponents are onto you, if your opponent is where Gina is, I still feel like it's your best bet, or it's a great bet. There's again, boom, similar thing. Just there's that middle. That's a great lob. So on this one, nothing is foolproof. There's no double strategy that will work all the time. So in the hover and cover rush and crush formation, what you're going to notice is that when you do lose a point, you're going to lose it on mainly one of two ways. You're going to make an unforced error, or your opponents are going to hit an above average shot. And I think this is a fantastic lob. This is a great shot. And you just kind of tip your hat and say that's okay. Perfect. Down the middle. Down the middle. I love it. I love Katie. What I love about this play is right here. So, middle. Look at this. So, Katie, it would be very easy right here for Katie to get sucked on the net. So she hits this ball. Now, here's Katie. She's hitting this backhand from inside the service line, and she does not move forward. And she does not move forward. She holds her position. She hovers. And Birdie hits actually a very nice lob. But she's ready for it. Katie's ready for it. Perfect. Middle. Great job. And there's that unforced error we're talking about. So, when Meg set this up, she got what she wanted. Oh, wait, sorry, I'm sorry, I need to back up a little more. Come on. Sorry, I need to back up even more. There we go. Now we got it. Oh, well, move on. I got lost here. This is something you're going to see a lot of. Is you put it down, you put it down the middle, and now you'll hear me say middle mistake, middle mistake. Love it. Middle. You're there, though. You were there. Middle mistake right there. You see a lot of this. Hey, there's Alan. Hi, Alan. Middle. Oh. Yeah, again, great shot. We can't worry about great shots. Back to this side. Middle. Good patience. These are kind of my favorite grinded out doubles points. Katie's just doing her job. Here we go. So middle, middle, middle. Just grind it out. Mistake. Too good. That's great playing, Gina. Yeah, so every once in a while, if and then that's when, to me, this is when you start using your angles and your alleys. Keep people honest, and that's going to keep that net player at home. Stick with the plan, Stan. Good stuff. Middle, yep. Awesome. There it is. There's that mistake. It's about patience right here. This is a great shot by Meg. Down the middle. There it is. Nice playing. There it is. See, this is what I love about this right here. Is that so it's as long as Meg's getting a high volley. So obviously whatever happened before in the point to give her a high volley. Generally speaking, right here. Generally speaking, when you have a high volley, the net player in front of you does not rush in. And if you can keep that net player in front of you on the service line, that middle is always open. Even if they're near the middle of the court, right there, right at the toes. So to me, you could make the argument that yes, the alley's wide open, but that just it might be either a change of direction or it's going to be maybe you're changing your mind. Like the ball's coming in, you're like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And if I'm thinking high volley on the outside, and I got a high volley on my forehand, I'm just going down the middle because I'm pretty sure it's going to work. There it is again. Perfect. Again, both of you on this one, just Meg goes to the middle. Meg goes to the middle. Birdie goes to the middle. And then you just wear out your opponents right there. You'll see this over and over and over again. Yeah, still a great shot. Can't worry about great shots. There it is, middle. Great shot. There it is. And here, I don't know if you can hear me saying that, but what I'm saying right there, and this is like, so Meg's hitting this ball, but just the sheer fact that Birdie's moving in, just this little. I mean, I know it seems very subtle, but just here comes the ball. Oops, here we. Where are we? Birdie goes from here. Birdie's on the service line, and she's following that ball in. And just to me, that little motion right here puts a lot of pressure on your opponents. So this is what I call the kryptonite shot. Whenever you go to this hover and cover business, if you will. So where are we here? Let's find it. Oh yeah. So whenever you do, whenever you do hover and cover, rush and crush, whenever in this formation, when the deuce player, like right here, is hovering on the service line and the ad player closes in, there's besides the lob over Birdie's head, the most, in my opinion, the biggest opportunity for Gina right here is that inside out ball into the deuce side. Oh, my dog, sorry, the deuce side alley, and I think it's a very difficult shot. Gina hits it very well, so you'll see right here. Oops, sorry, I missed it. Back up a little bit more. So here we go. That's the shot. So that's a shot that I'm willing to give up, because if let's see, where are we here? Boom, boom, boom. Gina's about to smash it. She does a very good job of hitting this. And so the problem is that if Meg overplays that alley shot, I feel like it really puts Birdie's position in a bind, because then if I think this is a very lobbable ball as well. So again, it keeps coming back to that hedge. So I'm willing to leave that open, that inside out backhand for a while, until I really know that it's something they can hit over and over and over again. And so that's just just a great shot by Gina, and we just kind of move on. There we go. So you may notice, because unfortunately I had to take that little break. I think Katie and Meg were on that side for a long time, so I just went. But now we're moving on. There you go. Here we go. Great shot. Perfect. And you can see, using that, whether you go hard, there's a lot of different versions you can hit. You can hit hard down the middle, soft down the middle, but low is always a good idea. So Birdie kind of throws in a bit of almost like a drop shot, and then that's going to always kind of pull your opponents into the middle, open something else up. There's that alley. Middle opens up the alleys right there. So Meg and Birdie win this point, but you'll see at this point right here. So Birdie's still in the point, and then all of a sudden she starts backing up. And I would argue that there's not, you don't really need to. So right here, look at it. Not only did, so watch this point right here, with this shot right here. So Birdie hits a low ball, she starts backing up. Let's sort of watch this over. Good ball, low. And then Birdie backs up. She's giving up a lot of court, doesn't need to be. Now luckily it works out for Meg and Birdie, but she didn't need to give up that court. You can see right here, Meg closing in. You can definitely feel it. You kind of say you can see the effects of Meg close. Great middle alley. Look at that. That's great. Oh, that's nice. Way to stick your nose in there, Gina. There's that mistake. Middle mistake. Boom. Oh, nice shot, Gina. That's a good shot, Gina. So I guess one thing I would say here is not don't be afraid to stay with the middle. So middle, right here, stay with them instead of always going. That the next shot doesn't need to be an angle because you might leave something open. Maybe so it's gonna be middle. Maybe stay with the middle. You can see there's a big hole right now in the middle, but that angle opens up some other things. There's that middle mistake. Middle. Middle opens up the alleys. Ooh, nice touch, Gina. That's just too good. So again, when this doesn't work, I mean, if this didn't work because Meg hit a ridiculously awesome shot. I mean, that's a tough shot. You just say nice shot and move on with your life. Too good. Can't worry about too good, All right. There it is. That's great playing. You can just kind of like here's one. One of these points may not always look super exciting, but what I love about this point is just I feel like the pressure that Birdie and Gina are putting on their opponents right here. Just here they come. Pressure, pressure, and to me that's where that's where points come from in doubles. Pressure, pressure. And look, here's what I like. Right here, as long as look how far over Meg is. Look, Meg is almost, much closer to the middle of the court than she is the alley. And so I can totally understand why you'd want to go down the alley, and you're not wrong. This is definitely not a matter of being right or wrong. But because Meg is in the middle of the court, the middle's still open. That's one thing I kind of want to keep harping on. As long as you've got a high volley, generally speaking, the net player in front of you is not on top of the net, and it leaves that middle open. You can see it right there. And even if they do hit it, they're probably not in a position to hurt you. So yeah, so in this situation, even if the net player, even if Meg's right now, Meg's not really doing a lot with it because it's hit low and hard at her. Good stuff. Middle mistake. Middle mistake. There you go. Middle. Now you can see, I would say, what happened here is, first of all, Meg is extremely good at holding the ball in a racket, and you can, if you're not sure what that means, this is exactly what it means. This is what it means right here. Holding the ball in your strings means basically waiting till the very last possible second to hit the ball. And Meg makes a living at this, and you can see. So Gina hits so on the second ball Gina hits. So here's the first one, which is great. Gets back to Gina. She goes the same place. Now watch what Meg does. Meg sees where Birdie is, waits for Birdie to move, and then look. That's pretty stuff. So ideally in this situation, if you're Birdie, you've got her. I mean, there's no reason to move. Right now you'll see, I mean, almost exactly, Birdie is directly in front of the ball. Her belly button is almost directly in front of the ball. And from here, I would encourage Birdie to not move. Maybe, if anything, move forward, because she has both of Meg's angles covered. So she could actually wait till Meg's hits it, and then she could react. But what happens is Birdie overplays the middle, and Meg is so good at holding that ball on her strings, she gets her. Now I think, if I'm right, almost the exact same thing happens again, and Birdie doesn't move. I think, if I recall. Yes. And so watch this now. So in this one, down the middle, and now here we are. Now Birdie holds her position, so you can see again, Birdie is directly in front of that ball, but she doesn't move, and then I feel like that causes a mistake. That's perfect. That's it. So again, now Birdie doesn't, same exact thing. It's kind of funny. By Birdie not even moving, she's doing something great, because she just holds her position. She doesn't need to move. She's exactly in front of the ball. Gina and Birdie have great position, and unless Meg was going to lob this ball, which hopefully Gina would still be in a position to get, there is nowhere to go. Awesome. Middle mistake. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Too good of a shot. Can't worry about that. Middle. Way to be ready. So what I love about this point is that it's not a problem if the net player gets it. So Birdie actually does a good job of handling this ball. Gina goes at Birdie. Birdie goes right back at her. But you can see right here, by hitting the ball down the middle, even if the net player takes it, there's really nowhere to go. Now, if Birdie hits an amazing shot, fine. But if she doesn't, which she didn't, she goes back down the middle. There you go. So, and what I really love is that Gina just stuck with a plan. Gina goes middle, middle. Now, as Gina is clearly inside the service line taking her third ball, she has a nice open down the line. That's it. Middle mistake, middle mistake. Middle, there it is. Just middle mistake. And, you know, and every once in a while it doesn't always work, but that's the way it goes. Middle, there it is again. Now, what I love about this is that, so go back to the last two, and I think this is kind of like, so what I love about this, and I think why I kept both of these in, is that, so Gina goes middle, Birdie's all over it, and she gets a great shot. I think Gina got that first volley a little high. And then, but what you got to remember is that it's a numbers game. It's a percentage. Nothing works all the time. Um, on the next exact ball, Gina does what she probably meant to do the first one. She goes a little bit lower. There it is. And just stick to the plan. Doesn't always work, but it works a lot of the time. Now, what I like about this one, at the end of the day, obviously there's no rules saying you have to go middle all the time on the first ball. But what happens here is Katie's going to go a little more. Oops, sorry, on this one, right, coming up. Sorry, I think it's this one. Angle. Now, so Katie went angle in the first one, and you can see now she gets a high forehand right down the middle. So using the middle on the first or second ball, and then if you feel like that your opponents are overplaying the middle, you can just make them honest by going down the line, and then you can do it 2 times. Great shot. Can't worry about that. There's that angle. Middle. Nice spin on that, Katie. Middle. Great shot. Can't worry about great shots. There's the middle. Now this is so Katie's, so watch this one. So Katie's on the behind the service line making contact. Now you can kind of see where Gina is, and then what happens here is that Gina never really moves in. Gina stays, and now they get a little, and then Katie keeps coming, and then there's kind of a bit of a confusion of whose is it, and it's what I would have much rather have seen is Gina moving in and Katie staying on the service line, and I think that happens on the next one. So here we go. Okay, so now all the points that you just saw were me feeding. So the last segment of the video will just be you guys playing out points. So I obviously selected. I did not show every point that was played before, but I just kind of I pulled out the points that I thought kind of were showing something that I wanted you to see. All the points that you're going to see here are all the points that were played. But there's that middle mistake. Good playing. Oh. There's that forehand. There's that return down the middle. Great shot. Good playing. So what I really like about this point is that I think a lot of people maybe don't feel as confident on their backhand poaching, but but you can see is that Birdie's off the ground, but she's close to the net, and she hits a really good shot. It just so happens that Gina hits a really good shot as well. No harm, no foul. Middle, middle, middle mistake. And I'll tell you, this is one of those frustrating points because I think Katie played this point as well as I would have ever wanted her to. Middle, and then just an amazing lob. And you do what you meant to do, and they come up with something a little bit better, and you just tip your hat and move on. Middle. Oh, that's a pretty shot. Ooh, pretty return. There it is. Oh man, can't worry about that. But that's, again, Meg came up with the goods in this last shot. This is a situation you want to be in. But I would say is that I think I'm really nitpicking right now. So middle, even though that ball is not down, that's not way angle. All of a sudden, by keeping it a little bit out of the middle, you do get Meg some options, and I'm nitpicking. That's what I do. There's the return middle. There you go. That's awesome. This whole point is set up with Birdie's return. Look at this. And here's our power position. Katie's moving in. Birdie's, she's not on the service line. She's kind of in no man's land. And this is the situation that Katie wants right here. Boom. And finish. Great return down the middle. There it is. Sometimes it just takes a few. So here we go. So at this moment, right now, I would say it's a toss up. Who's got control of the point? Right at this moment, when Birdie and Katie, they take control. They still have control, and they finish. So a big part of doubles is taking control of the point, and then never losing control. Good serve. Great serve down the middle. Great serve down the middle. And you can see, and you can do this. You can really effectively work the middle right off the serve. Here comes that serve down the middle, and you can see watch this. So Katie is directly in front of the ball, and she makes a slight move to the middle, and I feel like you can see the effect that it will have on the returner. They go for that angle, the high part of the net, small part of the court, mistake. These are just one of the situations that Birdie hit. In my opinion, Birdie hits a great shot down the middle, and from here, I think I would have really now. Hey guys, I'm doing video here. Stop it. Sorry, dumb dogs. So from here, so we'll look at sorry, look at Birdie's shot, high overhead. Now, one thing too is, and then I feel like Katie could have moved in a little bit more. And if Katie would have moved in a little bit more, that shot would have been a lot easier if she was about 5 feet closer in. But it was still a great shot from Gina, and those things happen, and we just move on. Too good. It's kind of the same. Well, again, a great shot, but right here, I would have loved to have seen Katie moving in, because it's tough, because now you know what Meg's capable of doing. But the thing is, if Katie moves in here, she's not going to give up any angle. But by not moving in, she is giving up angle. Because by closing directly in, she would have been in a position to cut this ball off. Now the problem playing against someone like Meg is that you are so leery of the lob. So I understand why you wouldn't. So at the end of the day, I'm also going to say great shot by Meg, and I'll move on. A nice forehand by Gina. Yep. Great serve down the tee. And just, this is again very kind of subtle stuff, but I think it's extremely important. Here comes the serve. Now watch Katie's step. Just that. I really think that just that little clogging of the middle will affect the returner. Great serve out wide. And so you can see, this is probably my favorite play in doubles. Gina gets the ball out wide right here. Right here, I think it's where it is. On the next one, she's out wide in the alley, and you can see Birdie is in front of the ball. She's playing, she's covering her alley. And even though Katie runs to the middle, she's still in the service line, and that puts the ball at her feet. And that's tough. Nice serve. I love this little return. So it's like, and look, Gina moves in. Look at this. Gina moves in. Ball, so return down the middle. Gina moves in, causes a mistake. Too good. Awesome. Great serve, great volley. Same thing. Way to hold your position there, Katie. That's just a tough shot. Great shot. Right here. This is my favorite shot in doubles right here. Right here. Katie's in the alley. You can see Meg's first step. Oops, is this right? Sorry. So the ball's going out wide. Meg's first step is to go with it. Now Meg's going to be late to getting to the middle. That ball gets low back to Gina, and mistake. Too good. That's just a phenomenal shot. Can't worry about it. Great defense, guys. So that's the situation where Katie puts the ball low in front of her partner, and then nobody moves in. And so now you got, this is the danger of not moving in on someone against Meg, because when you don't move in, she's got so much court to work with, and she finds the hole. Right here, if Birdie would have moved in, right here, Birdie moves in, she puts a lot more pressure on Meg. Not just moving directly towards the ball, not cutting to the middle, not cutting to the alley, because if Meg's so good at holding the ball on her string that she'll find the hole. But if you go directly at her, you should cut her ankles off. And if there is a lob in this situation, Katie could then go get it. Nice shot, Meg. Nice. There you go. Good plan. Good serve. Great lob. Good middle. Oh, great ball, Gina. Serve down the tee. Gina slides over. Perfect position, and bingo. Oh, I think that's it. So, I hope you enjoy the video.